Though you have not seen him, you love him. And even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy. For you are receiving the end result of your faith, the salvation of your souls. Okay, so I didn't grow up in a Christian family. I would say we were Christian adjacent at best. I learned that if I behaved as expected, good things would happen. And the reverse was also true. Although I grew out of most of my juvenile beliefs, one of them stuck with me. And this is that my value as a person was based on what I did and what others thought of me. I went from trying to make my parents proud to trying to fit in at school, eventually evolved into wanting to appear pleasant to strangers. But worst of all, in the decades of people-pleasing, I had become a complete stranger to myself. Now, I'd pretty much always known about God, but I think I was too afraid to turn toward him. If I couldn't please mere human beings, what kind of a disappointment must I be in his eyes? The truth is, I feared God, but not in the right way. Over the years, I would feel that something or someone was like playing tug of war with me. I could feel that I was being called to consider Jesus and to think about life a little differently. But I felt that I wasn't ready or good enough for him yet. I just didn't have the bandwidth to please anyone else at that moment. Then after a very long series of unfortunate events in my life, I knew I had to make some changes because the hopelessness was really eating away at me, and I would do just about anything to escape having to address any of it. And one of the distractions happened to be TV, and I was flipping through the channels one day, and I saw a Joyce Meyer special, and I was about to change the channel. But it was like something clicked in me when I heard her speak about the joy of the Lord. First of all, I thought it was strange. I'm like, what joy? Because my whole perception of God before this was that, he was strict, and he was kind of ruled with an iron fist. And my impression was that there wasn't much love or patience involved in it. It really surprised me, and it intrigued me to learn that God isn't who I thought he was. He's so profoundly different. So I started studying this stuff. I opened my Bible, and I read parts of it. I started consuming much, much more Christian content in my personal time. And through my studies, I learned about things like mercy and grace. These concepts, they're still kind of new to me. It's hard to accept that despite my flaws and my sin, that Jesus died for me. That is so incredible, and it's changed my life. I found relief in knowing that unlike with people, God doesn't require jumping through hoops to please him. There was absolutely nothing I could do to make him love me any more or any less than he already did. I couldn't earn or buy God's love because it had already been paid for by his son. I didn't have to work at something that was already mine. No matter what I'd been through, I was enough for God, and he wanted a relationship with me. This still blows my mind every day. It's been a journey on learning the misconceptions I grew up with and learning how to rest in God's peace instead. It's not been easy, but it has been worth it. It is so worth it. God is worth it. Years ago, the phrase God is good sounded like a cliche to me, but I've since learned that there's a lot of truth behind it. As I continue to learn and grow in my faith, he's never lost patience with me. He's brought me through so much so that I could be here today with you guys. This journey of knowing his heart is a lifelong one, and one that I'm so grateful to be on.